What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 upcoming cards in Dokkan Battle for Global. So I've picked out the top 5 best cards from JP that we don't have on Global yet, with a couple of honorable mentions, which I will get to in a little bit later on in the video. But anyways, let's get right to it and start off with number 5. We have the Transforming Super Boo. Now, he's a pretty decent unit overall. I would say his category is pretty good. The transformation mechanic is very cool. It's a very unique transformation mechanic. Depending on how much health you have, after, how many turns is it? After 5 turns, he transforms either into the Piccolo Boo, the Gotenks Boo, or the Ultimate Gohan Boo. All of these cards have different special abilities, like the Piccolo Boo recovers 15% HP at the start of turn. Actually, do they all do that? Yeah, there's the transforming, the Piccolo recovers the most amount of health, and he also gives all allies Ki +3 and defense 30%, while the other ones lose that team passive that I suppose you could call the Piccolo that he has. The other two lose it, and then this one only recovers 10% HP, and then the Bootangs obviously only recovers 8% HP. It's a very different card. It's really cool. The category is, it's okay. It's mostly an extreme. You want to run an extreme team if you're running this this category, because these two characters, or these three, I would say, we don't really fit too well when you mix it in with, like, you know, the Transforming Frieza, Tech Golden Frieza, Tech Cell, these guys here. They don't really mix well. So it's a pretty decent category, but not obviously the best upcoming one, as you can tell. Number 4. This one just came out on JP. The banner is still up. This is the new Metal Kura. He has the most malevolent clan category, Ki +3, HP attack and defense 170, not 150. He gives a full 170 across the board. Now, also, another unique thing about him is that he can transform into this Metal Kura core. It's a very meh card. I mean, with the transformation update that came out on Global a couple weeks ago, he does get a lot better, but it's not like a real transformation. It's not like the LR Vegeta or Gogeta or the Transforming Super Saiyan Goku or Frieza. It's like the Great Ape transformation, I guess you could say. It's still a very cool card. He gets attack defense 80%, plus an additional 10% up to 70, which is very good. He also recovers 7% at the end of turn after receiving an attack. So he's got a little bit of a different recovery HP recovery passive than most cards. So it's a very cool card. He obviously gives the 90% to the Extreme AGL types, like most of the cards nowadays do. And he is also on 4 categories. Resurrected Warriors, Giant 4 movie bosses, and Most Malevolent Clan, obviously. So it's a very good card. Pretty diverse. Especially, you can run him very well with the other free-to-play Metal Kuras that dropped when this card came out. So it's a very cool card. You can run him on a bunch of different teams. You can also run him with the LR Metal Kula core, because they do not have the same name. It's a very cool card. And let's move on to number 3. We have the Super Saiyan Vegeta. This also just came out. He is a free-to-play LR. He is a Prime Battle. He gives the Pure Saiyan category Ki +3 HP attack and defense 70%. So a free-to-play Pure Saiyan leader, which is very cool. He also gives himself attack plus 15,000 and defense 20,000. Sucks that he gets a flat boost, but I mean, all Prime Battle LRs, they seem like they're going to stick with the flat boosts for these free LRs for the most part, or for the free Prime Battles LR, I should say. But he also gives additional 15% additional attack plus 15,000 and launches 2 additional attacks for 4 turns after receiving an attack. So it's really easy to keep that passive going, especially since it lasts for 4 turns. So it's a very good card. He's only on the Pure Saiyan category, but is also worth noting that he is an extreme type. This is the Vegeta for when he first turned Super Saiyan. He was still considered a quote bad guy, I guess you could say. He's still a very good card. Can't really keep him on many other teams besides obviously Pure Saiyan's an extreme int, but still a very cool card. Very strong, really good for Super Battle Road. So very good unit. And now we're gonna move on to number 2. We have the LR Super Saiyan Trunks, the AGL. Now, I kind of have these two tied for the most part, but they are still both very good units. I would say the LR Trunks is a little bit better, mostly because he is on 2 categories instead of just 1. Also, he is a super type, which are usually more diverse, especially when it comes to team building for super teams. He gives his passive is I'm sorry, let's start with the leader skill. Leader skill, Future Saga category, key plus 3 HP attack and defense 70%. So if you don't have that physical Future Gohan, you can run him as a good substitute. Causes colossal damage, obviously, and the Mega Colossal, all that. And then passive, attack plus 25,000, flat boost as I mentioned before, plus an additional key plus 8 in attack and defense 20,000 when facing 2 or more enemies. Very, very, very good for Super Battle Road. That key plus 8 is going to come in clutch. He's going to be getting very easy Ultra Supers. Not even worried about getting a super attack. Super, super good card. He is on 2 categories, as I said, Hybrid Saiyans and Future Saga. Future Saga is meh, but Hybrid Saiyans has been getting a lot of good buffs recently. They seem to be starting to build that category up a little bit more over time, because when it first came out, it wasn't that great. But now, as you can see, they are starting to build it up a little bit more. Now, I do have 2 honorable mentions before we get to number 1. This first honorable mention being the Super Saiyan Future Gohan. He is the Future Saga category, key plus 3, HP 130, attack and defense 170. He is super attack, raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to enemy. And his passive is attack 100% and raises defense by up to 100%, less HP remaining, the greater the boost, and it increases damage reduction by 10% at the start of each turn up to 50%. Now, this is a good card. All of these cards are obviously great cards. I'm not saying any of these are bad necessarily, but he does seem a bit underwhelming. That raises defense mechanic with the less HP kind of hurts him, I'd say. It's not optimal, obviously. I wish they would have given him maybe attack 100% and then maybe like defense 70% and just keep it there. That might be a lot better than having to wait until your HP gets low for him to really become a tank. And in Super Battle Road, the damage reduction will come in clutch, but a lot of the time, by the time you get to that 50%, the fight's usually almost over. And that defense by 100%, it's not really that great, because when you're playing Super Battle Road, you want to keep you're trying to keep your health as high as possible almost at all times. So you're not going to really be doing any fights with low health, because if you're, say he gets down to where he gets his maximum defense boost, you're going to be using an item for that turn, especially in Super Battle Road. But yeah, he just feels like an underwhelming card, I'm sorry. His category is pretty meh overall. Let's take a look at it real quick. We got the LR Trunks, obviously. Both LR Trunks is Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. It's a good category, but it just doesn't, it's not optimal. There are a lot of better teams you can run. Potara, you got Majin Buu Saga, Super Saiyan 3s, those are just to name a few. So yeah, he just seemed a little bit underwhelming. And the second honorable mention I'm going to mention here is LR Bardock. Now, I'd say LR Bardock is probably the worst summonable LR right now. He gives himself attack and defense 70% and an additional attack plus 30 when performing an Ultra Super, key plus 4 when facing only 1 enemy, and defense 60% when facing 2 or more enemies. He's got a very odd passive skill with the key plus 4 and only facing 1 and the defense 60 when facing 2 or more. It's a little weird. He obviously gives the key plus 400% for all the LRs for the super physical type, and he is in 2 categories, low class warrior and pure Saiyans. Low class warrior isn't really considered a real category right now because we don't have a real low class warrior leader. I think the only low class warrior leader right now is that free to play Int Raditz. Yep. This is the only leader for the low class warrior category. Key plus 4, HP and defense 40, and attack 80. It's really not a good category right now for the moment. So yeah, I think he is a very good card. Obviously, he's an LR. He's obviously going to hit hard, but he's just a little underwhelming for his LR status, I guess you could say. And of course, the number 1 upcoming card, the one you should be saving your stones for, is going to be the Ultra Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now, this card is very interesting. I really like this card a lot. He gives the full power category, key plus 3, HP attack and defense 150. He gives immense damage and greatly lowers defense. And his passive is attack 100% plus an additional attack and defense boost by 70%. The more HP remaining, the greater the boost. That I really like that. The more HP he has, the greater the boost. Although some people might consider once you get low HP, he really starts to fall off, but he's still a very good card. Even without that 170 boost, he gives a medium chance of evading enemy super attack and countering. So he can also counter, which is super good. I love cards that can counter super attacks. It's always so satisfying to get a counter on his super. He has 3 categories: Pure Saiyans, Shadow Dragon Saga, and Full Power. Now, let's take a look at his category here, the full power category. It is a very good category here. It has gotten a lot of buffs recently, I think. We have obviously the leader. You can run the LR Goku and Frieza, LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, LR Gohan. If you want to run an extreme type, you can run Bardock. You can run Bojack or Broly. And recently we have gotten the transforming Goku. We've got the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, the transforming one. And we've also got this, if you don't have the LR, Super Saiyan 3 AGL Goku, the EZA one. And we also have this card. A lot of people write this card off as trash, but he's actually a really good card for his passive. Gives it AGL, STR, and physical types, Ki +2, attack and defense 25%. It's a very good support passive. Keep looking around here. Yeah, we've got a couple of pretty decent extreme cards. Obviously, the Frieza, Golden Frieza. This Cell will get an extremely good EZA in the future. But, yeah, that's overall the category. It's a really good category. A lot of people don't like it or think it's underwhelming for some reason, but it's a very good category. This is a very, very good unit. I would save your stones for it. I'm going to be saving stones for him for sure. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. This has been the top 5 upcoming cards for Global in Dokkan Battle. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. Tell me how much of a loser I am in the comments. I really don't give a fuck. If you like this content, enjoy. If you like this content, subscribe. Again, I know I mentioned this in the last video, but I did just start this channel. I am going to be posting. I'm going to be trying to posting daily. I want to get at least 3 to 5 videos out a week. I'm still trying to work on a more definitive schedule, but I will let you guys know in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.